That's not what it would do.
It's not very appropriate, is it?
Well, you know what else isn't appropriate? Indira, you're getting attacked. This creature...
That's inappropriate.
It's
we're back
appropriate.
live?
Yes!
Since when?
Well, remember when I said we're going live in 5? It was 5 seconds after that.
This is a rare event. I completely missed that somehow.
Usually you're the one who notices when no one else does.
Exactly. I completely missed
The
that.
snake bites at you, Indira. Can you give me a dexterity save, please?
Hey guys, look, it's a snake versus a snake.
Oh.
That's harsh.
Oops. Sorry. Normal. Sorry.
It's like super fucked up.
Well, you rolled.
Wow. Super garbage.
Holy fuck.
Well, at least that got some of the bad luck out the system.
9998.
I haven't taken my potion yet.
The snake's jaws unhinge, and it actually kind of like over you, biting you and swallowing you. Into
Here we go. It's my
mouth.
ball fetish. Let's go.
It deals 4 piercing damage, followed by 8 poison damage. You don't have the poison damage. And
Its
then
breath's
you
real
are
bad.
swallowed by the creature. You actually take additional damage for being swallowed, which is an additional 11 poison damage. The inside of this creature is kind of like a slimy tunnel where the slime is kind of making your skin crack and dry out at just the touch of it. And you are swallowed. Plop.
You need some Nivea.
Serena, you see that happen. Indira just gets into, and there's no like this bulge in the snake's like neck as it's like trying. The muscles are like pulsing, trying to swallow Indira down properly.
Okay. Just for clarification, have we heard multiple snakes or have we heard a snake?
You've heard kind of just this motion around the cave. You only see one.
But
snake
motion around the cave suggests there's probably more than one, as far as I know. Probably reasonable. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm just moving up, and Serena just lifts a hand, and she's not smiling anymore. She is clearly angry, and like the shadows flow out of her mouth as she speaks. She says, "Spit her up, you vile beast." That's effectively suggestion. Renamed to temptation because it's Serena.
Creatures that hear and understand you, but you can speak to animals.
Oh,
That's a loophole and a half. Wisdom saving throw against your DC of...
I will be fair. I want to let that slide, but I will be fair that it's only aquatic beasts. And unless this is a water snake or something.
It's a water moccasin. Let's go.
I will allow it in this
drinks water.
situation because I like the idea, so it'll work here.
Okay. I'd completely forgotten it had to understand me. But I think Serena would do that anyway. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And in this situation anyway. Whether
Also, that feels like a deliberate, what's the word I'm looking for? Synergy. That feels like a deliberate synergy.
yeah,
to me.
Ollie. Yeah, the mermaid's homebrew, so it's not.
yeah.
Okay.
And so it does. It straight up does kind of eject Indira out of its mouth. Kind of a little bit dizzied, its head kind of moving to the side like it's being charmed.
Indira covered in like
It's
disgustingness.
a thick purple slime that's from the inside of this creature. It's kind of dripping from the more of the creature as well.
Serena just looks down, sort of wrinkles her nose. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Thanks for that.
Not all the way through.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
And great timing, because then it's Indira next, who can be spat out onto the ground.
All right,
Get
I'm going
back
to
up.
drink my potion first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attack this boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Hit.
Good.
That's a really huge damage. Holy shit.
Well,
That
I
doesn't
hope he's
kill
ready
us.
for dessert.
I'm always ready for dessert. And so are any of my snakes. That's a hit.
Oh,
These two massive hacks into the side of the giant snake, like, just bring up, like, not only a little bit of blood, but also that purple goop kind of splurts out of the creature and it thickens. The snake is not downed by this, but
Is he now?
No. But it is incredibly injured, oozing from the sides of its body. Holy shit. Vale.
This boy's a big snake. Is it curled up? Is it coiled?
Yeah.
like a poo.
Like
Can
a
I,
snake.
Can I attempt to vault it?
You can attempt to vault any creature to get past it. That would be either... So the reason why I remember this is because Josiah is a fucking doll, and he actually like saved it to his character sheets because he was doing a bunch of them. You can either athletics versus athletics, or acrobatics versus athletics.
Could I acrobatics versus
Yeah.
athletics?
That's tumbling.
Right.
You can tumble it.
Acrobatics.
I was like, oh, that's pretty good. 19. That might have it. Nah. It's like you like jump and vault the thing and it like snaps after you, which is actually when Indira cuts into its side because it opens up its defenses.
And like as I'm down on one knee, he runs up my back. Sorry, I'm just letting my
It's extremely anime.
Yeah. Why not?
Getting more anime, but this
This
basically
game is pretty
anime.
extra, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be extra, right? And then he will spin around with a flourish and probe that boy's anus with the rapier.
As you move, the light casts dramatic shadows through the cavern.
I noticed
the
that. It's quite
pillars.
beautiful.
That's a hit.
Keen rapier. To get up
It's
the
keen.
bum.
Oh!
And with that final stab into the creature's spine, it like tenses up and collapses.
There is definitely something else in here. I have a bonus action still. Vale is gonna... I've not done this before. Vale's gonna drop the gem of brightness there, and it will continue to emit light. Sorry, dude.
Give me a sec. I can do it. Just a momento. But I need to find an appropriate gem token, okay? It has to be perfect.
What took you so long? Well, you know, Master, I had to find the right speeder with the color I liked.
That's garbage.
What? That's an excellent Star Wars.
No, not the quote.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, what is?
Oh,
He just
you
did
missed it now.
Yeah, he's not going to do it again.
No, what's an excellent Star Wars film?
I think that's the beginning of a Clone Wars. The Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's during the whole...
Well, I like the bit on Coruscant. It's good.
Yeah, the Coruscant bit. Alright, I've done it now. You can keep doing whatever you wanted to do.
And I will take my bonus.
The Gem of
action.
Brightness is actually so magical, it actually kind of hovers ever so slightly off the ground as well. We need like half an inch. Kind of like...
And I'll take my cunning action to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna wait there.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, is this a purple stain or a cloud or what? Or is that
It
just...
seems to be an area of deeper water. The whole ground here has some water on it. But that appears to be a one of those things that was like, it could be a puddle, it could be a pit, who knows?
Good thing you asked.
Yeah. Well,
Gilwyn.
I was a bit worried about someone charging into that and it turning out to be
Can
a
you
death
imagine?
cloud.
I just...
Mr. Gill.
Well, we're still in combat.
Yeah. Well, you're more in exploring dungeon turn by turn.
No, there's definitely something there.
But yes.
Oh, okay then. No, I'm just gonna move up, and that's my turn.
I'm actually, this is one of the few rooms where I'm like, the lighting in here really adds to it, and the multiple sources of lighting, like all the shadows being thrown around.
It's actually the first thing I thought of at this encounter was the pillars.
Like, usually lighting's nice, but this definitely adds to it.
Yeah, hard agree.
Serena.
Hard.
Serena moves forward, says, well, I do not imagine that was the commander of their forces. There is probably still something down here. Action to dash. 1, 2, 3. And I can just about see something round that corner.
You see the end of a tail as another snake is kind of moving into the corner.
As she moves out, and she just looks back into. There's another one just round there.
Will you indicate it? Because she would point, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. Thank you.
Can you see a little bit of red right there?
Yeah.
Deer is much further back than you.
Oh, of course she is.
Yeah. Are you going to move any more, Serena, or is that your full movement?
No, that's my maximum movement.
I thought I only saw you move 3, but I guess you moved through first. All right, Indira, your turn.
Oh, dang. Wait, I can move through her, right?
Yeah, if she's willing, yeah.
Okay.
In most situations, if an ally is willing, you can move through them.
Hello, beautiful.
It's a hit.
And again.
It's also a hit. Oof. It's also going to use its prepared action, kind of out of order because I am dumb and forgot, to try and constrict you, which does hit. So, convenient for you because I forgot and did it out of order. So, kind of as you get close to it, after attacking at it, or probably during, because this wouldn't happen instantly, its body kind of starts wrapping around you and actually constricts you, dealing... that's going to be 11 bludgeoning damage and grappling you in its tail.
I imagine that's when the sparks hit it, when it touches my skin.
Exactly.
Oh dear, here she comes. Oh lord, she coming.
Says the person with the incredible dark vision who can
Yeah.
see a figure
Oh,
in
can
the
no one else
distance.
see that?
I doubt it. It's
No,
quite
I
far
can't see
away.
Oh, I can see something in the very distance, just in the dark.
Yeah.
A vague shape.
Vale.
Hey, I'm going to do something I don't usually do as a rogue. Vale's going to take his cunning. In fact, because I know where that is, I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to take my cunning action to... Oh, well, no... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move to there. And then I'm going to take my cunning action to use the hide action.
Oh, give me a stealth roll.
I don't do it very often, but I'm inspired by this. Speaking of which, 10 minutes have passed. Okay?
From when?
From when I was inspired. It was just outside the...
Oh, yeah, if you were inspired outside, then yeah, it's been more than 10 minutes. Indira's still inspired, for sure. Ooh.
Well, that's useless.
Okay. Gilwyn. Unless you want to do anything else. But I mean, you assume you're selling thing to end your turn, more or less.
I saw something over there, so I'm going to prepare my action with my rapier to step.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it might not be from stealth.
I'll do one of them. I'll be right there.
Actually, as you move around that corner,
Yes.
from the darkness, where the light, the radiant light of a gem of brightness doesn't truly pierce, this spectral green snake launches through the air and crashes into you, Gilwyn, unless you make for me... Actually, I make the attack roll. It's a hit. Crashes into you, and you're going to take some damage. You're going to take 8 poison damage.
Ow.
And that snake kind of like wraps around you, dealing this sort of magical tiredness and just unease, and then kind of dissipates into the air.
Hmm.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Next up is some snake time. The snake is just going to keep on constricting Indira because that's the only thing it can do. Just has you wrapped up in the muscled mass of its tail and just squeezes tighter. It actually deals 15 bludgeoning damage, again halved because you are raging. Serena.
Can you describe the thing I can see in the distance?
In the grey distance of your dark vision, you can see a humanoid woman wearing a very decadent dress, sort of a silk gown that's mostly translucent, of wide variety of jewellery and bangles and things, and a hair made up of multiple serpents that are kind of feeling the air around as she kind of very slowly, very deliberately moves. You actually see her weave a spell to throw that snake at Gilwyn earlier.
Okay. Well, I've seen her. She is getting punky set on her.
What a name!
Fair. I can't argue with punky, I suppose.
Sicker boy.
It's logical that, like, there's loads of snakes in here. She's got snakes for hair. She's spell slinging. She's probably what we're looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
Does it
I want
make
her
an attack
gear.
immediately or not?
Sorry?
Does it make an attack immediately or not?
No.
Oh,
it's,
it gets an initiative,
it's
though.
Based on initiative. Okie dokie. I totally cannot see where Punky is, but I'm
I've
assuming.
given you a just roll the dice.
Yeah,
I can do
we'll
it myself. I'll do it myself.
And then I am just going to... Yeah, go on. While no one else is around, I'm going to drop the Storm Sphere on her.
Ha! Okay.
Because you can't overkill that.
Sure. This is where superior dark vision really is worth it, because you can do all of this because you can just see her and she can't even see you. Properly. Well, she can because you're in brightness, but like assumes you can't see her. Give me a sec to make that. It's 20-foot radius sphere. It's a storm sphere. 20-foot radius. Holy shit. It big.
It big indeed.
Right on top of her, or like filling up this whole space?
I'd say probably actually like a little bit towards us, so that if she
Like
wants
this?
to get to us, she has to go through it.
Yeah.
That'll do. And she immediately has to make the save against the against that
Strength save.
Yep.
She fails. You actually hear this scream that kind of hangs in the air with very unnatural nature as this storm ruptures out the cave, shakes.
I didn't describe it properly when I cast it last time, but what it would be very much a true storm, but it would be like rising up from shadow. It would be like made of shadow. And as this erupts and the scream rings out, Serena just looks at the others and just says, "In case it wasn't already obvious, I believe I found our target."
Okay.
Great.
Okay, Indira, it's your turn. Unless Serena's moving or anything, but I doubt it.
Nah.
Are my arms out?
You are grappled, which means, if you want to try and attack it, you do so with disadvantage. What do you want to do with your arms?
Step out.
Oh yeah, you can Misty Step out. That's absolutely fine.
And I'm going to kill it.
That is a hit and damage. Sorry, I was doing them. And that's actually a kill. You Misty Step out and cleave its head off. Unless you want to do something else.
And I will... No, I definitely would knock that motherfucker's head off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's as much movement as I can do.
Okay. The Medusa.
Medusa. Oblongata.
Does it take any damage from starting its turn? It's an
Not
end
at
its
start.
turn.
It's an end turn and my bonus actions that Storm Sphere works.
You actually hear in Elvish, which Serena speak Elvish? No. Everyone else hears through Elvish. And again, it's very accented. It's similar to the Elvish the Drow's been speaking. Just like, you clearly all have zero respect. And you actually hear the clicking of her heels on the stone and in the wetness as she backs up out of the storm.
I wish the storm was movable. But...
And she is going to throw a firebolt at Indira, which misses. It's just a bolt of fire just hits the rocks beside your head.
Oh, by the way, if she moved out, then Punky would get an opportunity attack if she didn't disengage.
She didn't. Does Punky move with her, or is just Punky just...
No, he moves on his turn, but he can make opportunity attacks. So
That's a hit.
Punky! Oh, and there's the fact that she has to succeed on the strength saving throw or be not prone rather than move.
This is why you remember things in order, Ian.
Well, I mean, it didn't immediately.
She fails, so she actually goes down. Like she manages to get like move away, but Punky just like tears her down. She's going to have to then spend 15 foot of movement getting up. Which means she can't get out of the storm sphere this turn. She can only get here.
Which means she then has to make the strength save again.
Which this time she makes.
Drat.
But any of you who can see her, and admittedly the storm sphere is happening in the darkness, the shadow and storm and water and wetness happening in the darkness, crashes of light in the thunder. Like, you can sometimes see this figure back there. Sometimes. Vale.
While I understand it's a storm that makes it more difficult to see, it doesn't explicitly say anything. Would I have disadvantage on ranged attacks?
No.
Cool.
I actually checked that myself.
Yeah, I checked as well.
Difficult terrain, but...
Vale's like, he's got his back to the wall, and he sees like her step round into sight, and he says, "Ha, got you." Sheaths his weapons, strings the bow, peeks out.
You know what I will do? I'll give the storm sphere as light cover. That makes sense. So
Sure.
it doesn't give you disadvantage or anything. It gives extra AC. But also, you're fucking gonna die.
As he steps out,
Oh! The
Doesn't-
like arrow gets caught up in the storm and kind of spins around in it.
And I will step back.
Okay, Gilwin.
I guess I may as well take my bonus action to hide again. I guess I may as well. Rather
Welcome to a classic rogue.
rather than throwing away my bonus action.
Last time, innit?
Because I'm a pathetic human and I can't see what's going on, I'll just yell, "What the hell is going on?"
This is like loud rumbling of the storm. It's making like rocks
like
crumble
sea
down
lightning.
from the cave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello.
What the demon like.
That's the storm.
I still don't see her, do I?
No.
No.
You can see her, just. She's
Can
at
I?
the edge of the storm on the right.
Hmm.
I'm looking through your vision. You can see her.
Should have gone to Specsavers, Dean.
Yeah, she's right there.
Okay. I'm going to.
It's only dim light though.
I'm going to dissonant whispers her.
Okay.
First level.
Okay. Feels like we haven't seen this for a while.
It's been ages.
What's your spell save DC?
15.
She fails.
Look at you with your stupid hair.
There's actually a gasp. It's like, I am the epitome of all beauty. She is deeply
She
offended by
talks.
that.
I've confirmed she talks.
She actually would say that back in common, yeah. Roll your damage.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And immediately uses its reaction to move, which is actually great.
Yeah, saves us so much damage.
5 damage. Fuck off.
Oh no.
Oh no. I've
And
done
you see
me a
it,
mistake.
and you see her run out into the back of the chamber. Punky the shark.
50 foot of movement. I can't see where she's gone, but he
Just
presumably
chase?
can.
Durden.
Yeah, he just chases.
I want to see Punky point of view. GoPro on top of his head.
Not allowed. It's illegal.
And he's going to bite her.
Sorry, Ian.
It's okay.
It's a hit.
Punky is damn good.
Yeah. Yeah. Strength save will get knocked prone.
Oh no.
She saves.
Oh.
Good job,
Medusa's
Medusa.
getting fucked.
That's what she wants, right?
I've seen that.
Oh no.
Serena.
Oh no.
Okay, one,
Not on my Christian stream, you won't.
3. Ugh, can't see. I'm gonna need line of sight on her to cause a bolt of lightning to hit her, aren't I? Which I don't have. Just annoying. Action dash. 1, 2, 3. Still can't see her. I guess I'm going to Misty Step. 30 feet. Do I go?
Wait, you have Misty Step too? Everyone
Yeah.
has Misty Step. I mean, it makes sense if you step into the shadows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I am going to go over next to Indira. And
Oh,
I can
no.
see fuck all. Okay, great, whatever.
She can't
She
see
ran
you
away?
either.
Yeah. Indira.
Hello.
There's this raging storm in the middle of the chamber in front of you.
I moved to here
Mm-hmm.
and still see nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Where did she go?
You don't know?
She went
I
in
would have
this
seen
direction.
what direction she. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You saw what
But-
direction she went in. She went up, yeah.
Oh, he's got
But I
you.
can't go that way.
Probably some got some invisibility of some description.
Nah, I don't believe it. Why would a creature obsessed with its own beauty go invisible? It
This
would
is
What
true.
do I
spell
see?
abhorrent.
This is why I removed Alter Self from Serena, because I was like, no, she would not use that.
What do I see when I look in this direction and this direction?
It's
What do I see?
the wet rock cave wall.
Okay, that's where I saw her go.
No, it wasn't. She went in that direction. She didn't go through this section of wall.
Maybe if you lick the
Okay.
wall, all will become clear.
1,
Hit
2,
it with your sword like Dark Souls.
4. Okay. I'm gonna throw my hand axe at her.
Sure. That's a hit.
That's actually 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm gonna throw my club at her?
Can't throw your club. Well, where you can, it's not going to do much damage.
I love this idea of Adira charging after her, just pulling things out of her bag, lobbing them at her. Just random shit. Like a random cat, just.
You can throw your club, it just counts as an improvised weapon and only does d4 damage.
It only does d4 damage anyway.
Then
Whatever.
fair, yes.
I'll just arc lightning on her.
She close enough for that? Isn't that like 5 foot range around you?
It's like 10 or 15.
Let me
10
see.
might
Not
be
sure.
it. 10 sounds
Well, if
right.
it's,
Yeah, I
if
don't
it's
think it's
15, if it's 15, then she's in range.
Mm-hmm.
Find out.
I'm looking.
Get mad at Neil.
Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game.
It doesn't say the distance. Here. Oh my gosh.
We get the book sounds. I believe it's 10 feet because it's the storm aura. It's not specifically.
Yeah, it's 10 feet. It says there.
Oh my
it's
god, it
aura,
does
yeah.
say right there. I'm so sorry. I'm so
To
sorry.
be fair, it says it in like a separate area to the bit
yeah,
you're reading.
No. I was like looking at the. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can't do that.
Well, cool. I'm fucking useless. Next turn. Fucking useless.
Aren't you used to that, Duxie?
I'm not used to that. Shut up, Neil.
The Medusa is going to all-out attack the shark. What's the shark's AC?
14.
Why does a shark have higher AC than me?
First attack's a hit, second attack's a miss, third attack's a hit. The first attack is with her snake hair, actually. As the shark is kind of biting and like launching at her, they're going to all like lunge out and they actually have quite a distance on them and bite at it, dealing going to be 2 piercing damage plus.
Head banging.
No. She's very graceful. 17 poison damage. Is the shark still up?
Ouch. Yep, it's got 21 more hit points.
So I'm going to use her sword on it, and that attack deals 4 piercing damage.
That feeling when Ian manages to slip his druid of the shepherd circle past you without you realizing.
Although I do have a question that I'll have
Yeah.
to ask you later on.
Yeah? Okay.
No, it's legit. Okay. Vale.
Well. Let's see. One. She's gone. She's gone, Gil. That's it. There is no way for us to traverse this storm. Vale will knock another arrow and wait there with a prepared action. Is that wise? We know she turns people to stone, but I don't necessarily know that it's on. Yep, he will wait with a prepared action of if he sees her, he will...
If you see her, shoot. Gilwin.
I have half a mind to dispel the storm.
You can just ask
If
Serena
if
to
you're
dispel
going to do
the
that,
storm.
just ask Serena. Don't waste your magic.
I didn't know if you had the power to.
Yeah, I can.
She's not
It's
a wild
concentration.
sorcerer.
It's concentration, so yeah, I can.
All right, I will yell for you to please turn it off when possible.
Serena will,
Anytime.
yeah, Serena would just roll her eyes, which you wouldn't be able to see, I imagine, but she'd just roll her eyes and immediately snap her fingers, turn it off. It's getting in her way a bit as well, so...
Yeah, it's blocking off the whole-
it down. Okay.
And then it gets very quiet.
Yeah. The calm after the storm.
Move to there.
She has a piece of paper.
Mr. Punky the Shark, can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh no!
Oh no, not the
He's gonna be like, that's it. You are bonded to one shadow shark.
No,
It's going
yeah.
now.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, you can take Punky's turn. The thing that I was
Punky!
glad of is that I was like, wait, Punky technically counts as a creature.
Yep.
It's actually, no, technically, he just is.
Yep.
I keep imagining, like, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it's not. It is actually a full creature with hit points such like, go bite her, Punky.
Okay.
That's a miss.
That is a miss, yeah.
At this point, Indira, who can properly see her, she's like trying and moving to get away from this shark that's biting and like trying to attack
No,
back.
down. Bad shark. Bad.
And actually, it's your turn next, Serena.
She's like up on a table with like a leg up, like,
No, she rolled her sleeves up. And now she's down there punching it.
Hell, I'm gonna Misty Step again.
I wish I could do that.
You're just a wee little barber. Although
Yep.
there may be a way for you to do that in the future.
There is, yes.
You're a baba black sheep.
Let's just smack her in the face with a prismatic blast. Or try, anyway.
Why is it always the face?
She has
That's a hit.
disadvantage on the save because of Punky.
She passes, and that's a huge amount of damage, though. Holy shit.
It is.
That's one of the things where, like, the blast hits her, and she
passes
actually
away?
falls back into the chair before turning back around. Indira, can you give me a Constitution save with advantage, please?
Show enough. Thank goodness for advantage.
Thank goodness for advantage. You're
Proved
fine.
myself when I saw the 9.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna get behind this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna kill her.
Look at those brightly coloured books.
Yeah, I thought Indira just left like some multicolored poos.
That's a hit.
Dropped all the post-it notes.
It's a magical land, Dean. There's no such thing as post-it notes.
Notes on how to be a good barbarian. Rage hit things.
You charge up to her, and this is clearly a creature with some kind of supernatural constitution, but like it's just not a warrior in this sort of close range. When you get up close and just hack into it, there's really very little she can actually do about that. So
Grunting and swinging.
she is going to attack you. That first attack is a hit with her snake hair, which will be biting you as you're swinging at her. Each snake bites in with fangs and as pulls back, dealing 4 piercing damage, but that is going to be 21 poison damage. Oof. Then she's going to follow that up with her sword attacks.
She's got a sword.
Yeah,
Got a sword.
she's been using it before. First one misses, second one hits, dealing 4 piercing damage.
Measly little sword.
Yeah, so it's only a wee short sword. Vale.
Oh, well, that is useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I presume I can just traverse that happily.
Yeah.
5, 6. Bonus action dash. 1, 2, 3. Longbow attack.
Oh,
Oh. How do you want to do this?
That's that
might-
shit I like, Vale.
It might well be. Let me just confirm.
Well, yeah, to be fair, depending how many Vale shenanigans there are.
I can't crit. I can't sneak attack because I've not.
Oh, maybe not then.
oh,
Deals more damage than without. Nice. And I will draw the parrying dagger and the whatchamacallit? Rapier. And then that's my turn.
Gilwyn.
hello. We meet at last.
Here, there's no dramatic moment. She's trying to get Indira and a shark off of her, trying to fight full force.
Spot the difference between
It's
Indira
not.
and a
Yeah,
shark.
it's not that scary until you realize that the like, however many snakes of her hair are all biting Indira while she's fighting, and that is unnerving.
You just see Indira pulling her arm out of Snake Jaws, and they're like clamping and pulling flesh with it. She's
Fuck.
That's a miss.
That is a miss.
Maybe you should guiding bolt your guiding bolts.
The other one hit.
Uh-huh.
Got sass me, motherfucker. Alright, that'll do.
Punky the Shark, can you give me a Constitution save, please?
Oh
This
dear.
Punky the Shark lunges at the Medusa and then just turns into stone. Mid-bite.
Oh, nice.
Wait, Gilwood, use Punky as a shark club.
There's got to be a nice petrified symbol somewhere. No, there isn't. Ah, well.
Really?
Yeah! I don't see one that I like. That'll do. But it doesn't matter because Punky the Shark's just essentially out of combat when it's petrified. Serena, can you give me a Constitution save, please?
I don't get advantage.
This
Nope.
is where we
I don't.
all
Oh, yeah,
fail
that's
on
why
each
she
other.
had advantage because of the potion. Come on, I've got a good Constitution saving mod, and I cannot roll Constitution to save my fucking life.
Literally.
While trying to weave spells, you see that happen and trying to work out what move to make next. The Medusa, while fighting, sees a whole bunch of you, and as she turns, her eyes, which are kind of this almost bright grey, which is a weird way to describe it. It's almost like all the colour that you see is sucked away by looking into her eyes, and you start to feel, Serena, stone start to creep up your tail. You are restrained.
Okay.
The stone is starting to like it's literally creeping up you over the next few seconds.
Restraint doesn't affect my ability to cast spells, does it? No. Serena would just look down at her tail. Well, that's rather inconvenient. Indira, dodge this, please. I'm going to cast Twisting Fellstorm at 4th level towards the Medusa.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, she has to make a dex
She
save.
makes her dex save.
Oh, of course she
Still
fucking
5d10
does.
damage. Oh no, this is the one that you avoid all damage. when
Yeah,
you
it
dodge
avoids
don't you?
all damage.
And then Indira has to make the save.
Yeah. But Indira has advantage because it's a spell effect she can see because of danger sense.
What do I roll?
Dex save
Dex
with
save.
advantage.
Oh, I just remembered Indira has crap dex, doesn't she? Oops.
Oh.
It's just spell save
DC
DC.
15.
That is a save. My DC is 15.
So you're starting to turn to stone. You weave the storm in a smaller sense and launch it towards the two of them, and both of them dodge separate ways. The throne she had there is obliterated into stone chunks, and so is Punky. Who's also in the way.
I'm just annoyed. I'm going to quicken spell a prismatic blast at 3rd level just to try and get as much damage as I can before I potentially turn.
That's
to
a
stone.
hit. That's a hit. Oh, and she is gonna fall prone. It's big damage. Yeah, like she dodges out of the way. You're like, ugh, and then she crashed, knocked back against the wall, prone. Next up is Indira. Can you give me a Constitution save with advantage, please? You're fine.
And I have advantage since she's prone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Go on, get some.
That is a miss.
I was about to say get some nat 20s. Realised I probably shouldn't. I'd jinx it.
You
Oh, it
did
was
jinx
close.
it. This is a hit.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Wow.
You lop off one of the snakes on her head.
I wanted, like, I was ready for the crit.
They all
Didn't
dodge,
happen.
and this one snake turns around like, "Where's all my friends gone?" Then sees the axe, goes,
She does take that, though. The Medusa is looking incredibly injured. This isn't some sort of demon where it's shrugging off the blows. Every time Indira does manage to get an axe strike off on it, okay, she's dodging and weaving, but there's still these big bloody streaks through, like, and her clothing is cut and torn to shreds, where now you can all see her quite clearly with this sort of very pale, stony skin, similar to like a stone giant or something. And she drags herself up and will attack at Indira while saying like, "You need me alive! I know where the drow are!" And will swing at you because she's not really believing that you're gonna take that.
Can she do that from the ground?
She gets up.
Okay.
It takes half your movement to get up, so she does that first. You can attack from the ground, you just have disadvantage. And that's going to be with her snakes that are going to deal 4 damage, 4 piercing damage, and then 18 poison damage.
Welp.
You go down?
Next hit I will.
Oh, lucky for me, she's got 2 more attacks. Which is a miss. And a miss. Like, you're, like, pushed back against the wall to have to parry the last few strikes, knowing anyone would be the
I forgot
last.
to use my fucking inspiration. I'm so upset.
Oh! That would have been huge.
Yeah, it would have.
Next up is Vale. Vale, can you give me a Constitution save?
"Oh no, I'm in range." Oh boy.
It's probably just seeing her or something.
It's because Mr. Gilwyn came in and gave us bright light. Don't cut me now, dice.
You're like trying to set up your footwork, but then realize your foot is stuck to the ground as stone is starting to creep up and around your legs.
Can I take any movement at
You're
all?
restrained, so I believe no. Feel free to check that on the
Speed
quick
becomes
thing.
0. Well.
End her.
Well,
The Medusa is panting, going all out in the sword strikes against Indira. Bloodied. Or basically, I described her as grey-skinned, but in all cases, she's red-skinned in this moment, with just the blood streaking down her body.
Vale whispers something quietly, and you see a bright sunlight blaze up around him for a couple of seconds, and he's going to bless all 3 of you.
Oh.
So Gilwyn, you can add a D4 to your attack roll or saving throws.
Everyone can.
Go get him, Gil. And then he's gonna turn to Serena, look at the tail, and say, "Oh, don't be so hard on yourself."
It's also creeping up him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Gilwyn, it's your turn. Can you give me a Constitution save with advantage, please? You also get to add a D4 to this.
I'm good.
Well, it's not.
But it's not
you
something
do
that
it.
gets
It's
You
not a
just get
choice.
to do
To
it
do
every
it.
time.
It's every time.
Three of you said things.
It happens every time until the bless is over. It's not an
Okay.
inspiration.
Yeah.
So
It's
19.
not like used,
Yeah.
so abuse it.
Roll a d4.
Or else. I'll take your knees, Gilwyn. You're fine. You see them starting to turn to stone, and admittedly you feel your own body starting to lag slightly, but there's also the warmth of that potion
He
kind of in
channels
your
all that
belly.
hardness somewhere else.
It's your turn. You're good. You're not petrified.
Guiding bolt. At first level. That's all I can do.
Where'd you get advantage from?
That's my fault. Sorry.
Oh no.
You celebrate too soon, young Neil. That's still a hit.
By celebrating.
Oh! How do you want to kill her?
I will look at Indira against the wall, being pummeled. I will look back at Serena, turning to stone. Vale finger gunning.
While turning to stone. Yeah.
And I will turn back to the Medusa and I will say, "You are the first lady not to make me hard."
And she's blasted onto the table on the side, no longer moving. As combat ends, Serena and Vale, can you give me 2 more Constitution saves, please?
You
And
can
Dira
add a
will
D4,
spit on her
Serena.
dead body, by the way, and be like, "I'll find the drown myself, you stupid bitch."
Whoa!
She would say, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that makes me hard.
Serena, as that happens, you manage to sort of push away, channeling a little bit of magic. Seeing that, and probably with a... Well, I mean, it's up to Neil's face. The stone creeps up, and Vale
I was like,
turns.
it'll stop.
Serena's laughing and just turns to look at him as it creeps up a bit further. Do you need some help there?
At that point, he's turned to stone.
He sets himself in a noble repose. He knows that he's gonna be a good bust.
Ooh, that was close.
Indira now falls down to her hands and knees.
What? I will turn around.
Very fucking hurt.
So, Gilwyn, do you want to test out that thing that might be able to turn statues back now?
Yeah. I will cast Dispel Magic at 4th level. Do whatever I can to try and get rid of this.
I like your gumption.
I don't think it works.
Yeah, you cast the spelling of magic. Well, unfortunately, there's no magic holding him in. However this worked, it's already done. Whatever kind of magic to cure him from this would have to be more specific or more powerful. The thing is, with Dispel Magic, it's very generalized.
Oh, come on. I'll step up to him and, like... just don't know what to do.
And with that, we can take a break.
Vale whispers, "If only you'd inspired me."
Everything's my fault. God.